Let's explore the Options module, the section where you can view, analyze, and manage all the options stored in your WordPress database. Here, you'll find every option that exists, those created by WordPress itself, by your active plugins and themes, and sometimes leftover options from old or uninstalled plugins. Each row displays the option name, its value, size, auto-load status, site ID in multi-site setups, and the Belongs To column, which we'll discuss later. Next to the option value, you'll notice a small eye icon. Clicking it opens a viewer that lets you see the full content of that value. If the data is serialized or encoded, you can switch between the original and formatted view to make it easier to read. This is especially useful for checking complex data, like arrays or JSON structures stored inside options. The autoload column indicates whether an option is automatically loaded by WordPress on every page load.
You can sort the list by any column, for example, by option name or by size, to quickly find large options that take up the most space.
At the top, you'll see an orange Preset Filters area. This section highlights important information right away, such as when your total autoload size exceeds the WordPress recommended limit, when large options are detected, or when some options haven't been scanned yet. Each message includes a filter link. Clicking it instantly displays the corresponding options. For instance, if you click the Autoload Size is Big message, the plugin will list all autoloaded options sorted by size. From there, you can decide which ones to optimize by setting their autoload to No, helping reduce memory usage and improve site performance.
If after setting all your big options to No, you still see the autoload size is big message here, it likely means that some transients are also autoloaded. Remember that transients actually live inside the options table, so they also contribute to the total autoload size. To review them, simply click on Transients in the left menu to open the Transients module. There you can identify and disable unnecessary auto-loaded transients to further reduce your database load.
This preset area works the same way across several modules and helps you immediately identify what deserves attention. Just below, you'll find the Filters bar, which lets you refine your list using several criteria. You can search for options by keyword and choose where to search, in the option name, the option value, or both. You can also filter by autoload status to show only options that are autoloaded or not, filter by size to focus on large options, and, if you're in a multi-site setup, filter by site to display options from a specific subsite. Once you've applied filters, you can hide this bar to free up space. And if you want to return to the full view, click Reset Filters to show all options again. Below the filters, you'll find the categorization filters, which group options into quick access categories: all options, orphans, plugin options, theme options, WordPress options, and not scanned. Now let's move to the Belongs To column, a key part of this module. Right after installing the plugin, this column will only display data for WordPress core options and for Advanced Database Cleaner itself. To detect which plugin or theme created the other options, you'll need to perform a scan. Click Start a Scan for options. You can choose between two scan modes: Local Scan, which uses an advanced algorithm to detect ownership based on your current environment, or Full Scan, which also includes a remote step that connects to our central server and compares your options against a large, constantly updated database of known plugins and themes. The remote scan is more accurate, but may take a little bit longer, especially if your site contains many options or plugins. Once the scan completes, the Belongs To column will be updated with all detected relationships. You can then use the categorization filters to view which options belong to plugins, themes, WordPress core, or which ones are orphans that don't belong to any known source. Next to each Belongs To entry, you'll find a small More Info icon. Clicking it opens a detailed modal with extra information about that option, showing the known plugins or themes that use it, as well as their status, whether they're active, inactive, or not installed. This data is usually provided by our central server, which analyzes a large database of WordPress add-ons. However, in some cases, it can also be detected locally, for example, if the plugin or theme was still installed before the scan. That means you can even find connections with add-ons you've already uninstalled. If an option is marked as orphan, but the modal shows it's linked to a plugin you previously used, you can confidently confirm that that plugin created that option. This helps you make safer and more informed cleanup decisions. Now let's move on to the Bulk Actions menu located above the list. These actions only apply to the options you've selected using the checkboxes on the left. Let's go through them one by one. The Scan action rescans only the selected options to update their belongs to data. It's faster than rescanning the entire database. Next, the Edit Scan Result action lets you manually assign ownership to one or more options. When you click it, a window appears where you can set the selected options as belonging to a plugin, a theme, WordPress, or mark them as orphan. If you choose Don't Assign to any category, those options will return to their original Not Scanned Yet status. You can also send your manually corrected options anonymously to our server to help improve the accuracy of our detection database. You can always show your manually corrected options by clicking this plus button and enabling Show Manual Corrections Only. When enabled, this displays only the options you've manually corrected using the Edit Belongs To action. It's very useful when reviewing your manual changes later. The Set Autoload to Yes and Set Autoload to No actions let you change the autoload setting of the selected options. For example, if you've identified large or unnecessary autoloaded options, you can switch them to No to reduce memory usage and improve performance. And finally, the Delete action permanently removes the selected options from your database. Use this carefully and only after confirming they are safe to delete. And before we finish, remember, always make a full database backup before performing any critical operations such as deleting options or modifying autoload settings. Even though the plugin handles operations safely, having a backup ensures you can restore your data if needed.